Hey Pisces, I'm here for another reading for you today. So feel free to take in a deep breath and connect with that inner source of yours so you could know what parts of this reading may be for you. Now the reading is going to be general and timeless. You could have Pisces anywhere in your birth chart. So just take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't for the next person. And if you would like a personal reading, a private one-on-one session with me, Akashic Records for past life regression, or to join our online mystery school and grimoire on Patreon, Blue Rose Mystery School, check out the box below. Today is the last day to get 45% off a year membership off the Patreon. And just as always, thank you for your love. Thank you for all of your support. And thank you for being here today. If my energy or my readings resonate with you, feel free to subscribe. Go click on that notification bell and go like that like button so you can know when the next reading does come out. And so I can connect more with your energy in the readings and the rest of the soul tribe can find us. All right, now today we do have a Pisces reading and an all signs reading uploaded. Pisces, you are coming up first. Channel members, we had a full moon in Gemini reading uploaded yesterday and to Patreon, so go check out the channel members or Patreon pages. All right, Pisces, Divine Mother and Father, Holy Spirit of God for Pisces. What is the highest message for Pisces today? We are asking for the highest of all messages. What is the highest message that Pisces needs to hear today? We have the meditation. Spirit is asking you, 144 as I say this, Pisces. Speaking of flying, right? For some of you, what I see is multi-dimensional travel. And that could just resonate with you. Pisces, if anything, you are exemplary at that. But I'm getting a lot of multi-dimensional messages that may be coming through for you, Pisces. When I speak of the highest message, right, we do have the meditation, peace, and sanctuary. How do we even hear a message? By being present, in silence, in solace, in retreat. So for some of you, you may even be asked to access the Akashic realm, like the Akashic records. So if the Akashic records have been calling you, just a confirmation, yes, they are. For some of you, you're being asked to come into some sort of meditation, communion with spirit, or to be very present, to be able to hear some sort of message that your guides, your higher self, that spirit has for you. For Pisces, why do we have the meditation? Peace, relief, and sanctuary. Merlin can resonate with you. We do have Merlin, cosmic knowledge. How is one taken away from their connection? And I want to be careful of the way I word this, so take it with a grain of salt. How does society, how do the enemies, the spiritual attacks, how do all of these things and people against the chosen ones in Pisces, how do they interfere with Pisces, say soul path, or their connection with God, etc.? By trying to keep them distracted, by increasing the noise, by staying just a little bit too busy. And I'm just thinking, of like these 9-to-5 systems and worldly systems, which they serve, like they're here. But if someone is too distracted, if there's too much noise, if they're too busy, are they present with what the divine is saying in the right here and the right now? Pisces, there's a message that's trying to come to you. It feels like it's from your higher self, your spirit guides, God, source, intelligence. There's some sort of wisdom knowledge that is wanting to come through to you. But it may only happen or be like in meditation. Ooh, look at that. Protect your energy, Pisces. It may only happen as you are protecting your energy, right? Let's see what this is, Pisces. I like this deck, where it usually gives a message. We do have Heaven on the bottom of the deck. For Pisces, why do we have Protect Your Energy? Merlin, Cosmic Knowledge. I'm going to see what that card is, but it did fall face down. Oh, Lord, sweet baby Jesus Christ. Maybe we'll keep it, we'll put it away, but we'll take it as a side note. This reading's been coming through for you, Pisces. Point blank period. Something's coming in for you, Pisces. Whenever you're watching this, it can be for you. Pisces, that Saturn is going to be coming out of Pisces back into Aries. Okay, so you're going to feel much less restriction. Things are going to flow much easier. But whenever you're watching this, it can be for you. For some of you Pisces, and again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. We do have deception, jealousy, evil eye, all those different things on the bottom of the deck. Protect your energy. Sometimes it's wise to not even fight a battle. 5 of Swords energy. Choose your battles wisely. Kendrick Lamar, what does he say? In the song DNA. I don't hesitate. I meditate. Then off with your head. Ooh, I'm getting a call as I open my eyes. I don't hesitate. I meditate. Then off your effing head. That's what he says. Sorry. Then off of your blank head. Right? That's what's coming through here. Go look up the lyrics. Maybe it's not for everybody, but if you like Kendrick Lamar, DNA. I got loyalty. I have royalty inside my DNA. But it also says, I don't hesitate. I meditate. That off your head. Put the kids to bed. But what it's saying is that's the choice of weapon. So that's what Kendrick Lamar and DNA is saying. That's the choice of weapon. I don't hesitate. I meditate. Then off your head. Why? Pisces, what Spirit is saying, it could be this season, this cycle, or whenever that this reading resonates with you. Pisces, you're at a time in your life or at a place that, either this is coming up in your life or it's always been there and Spirit's reflecting this to you. You can sometimes protect your energy by not engaging with it. Right? Like Shiva and Kali Ma, right? Shiva goes into meditation. That's what I'm seeing here, Pisces. The noise in your life, the noise by that symbolic, within or without of you. Other people or just your own mind, whatever it may be. Tuning out of the noise, tuning into the truth. Not giving them any power, and then there's the song by King's Affirmation by Nico. My haters will always be nameless. I give them no power. And it really is just coming into this, Pisces. So let's see what this is. I'm still going to grab a card from here. For Pisces, why do we have protect your energy, cosmic knowledge, peace, relief, sanctuary? Ooh, Pisces. Oh, wow. Inaction is the best action. Do nothing. The let them theory. Let them. Inaction. Do nothing. There's some sort of maturity here, Pisces, with the situation that you're in. A mother or father seeing their child cry over a toy that there's no reason to be doing all of that. Say I don't know, a kid's plastic toy that you could easily get at the dollar store where it's truly only say $1. Breaks in half. And they're just screaming and crying like it's the end of the world. It's that kind of thing, Pisces, but with the people, the things, the situations in your life. But, right, owning that inner mother or father where it's oh, this is not necessary. So I'm not going to engage in it. I'm not going to tether to that person's emotional field, the collective, the world, society, a person's pain field, emotional field, all those different things. Pisces, maintain your heaven. You have people, things. It could even just be this world and society around you that's trying to bring you into the noise, into the this, into the that, right? And I'm just seeing you pivot. Heaven. I don't hesitate. I meditate. Then off with their head. I don't even do nothing. That's what this is saying. But overall, Pisces, what is this saying? Heaven is a consciousness. Heaven has nothing to do with New Age spirituality. I live a life that looks this way on the outside, so it must be heaven on earth. That's not what heaven on earth is. Heaven is a consciousness. Can you uphold this consciousness in the midst of noise? Right? 144,000. If the 144,000 were to all be in this energy, we could shift the world. We could break this matrix together, That's what this is, Pisces. Your consciousness is more powerful than whatever is outside of you, whoever is outside of you. Your consciousness is greater and higher than that. I don't hesitate. I meditate. Then off your head. Protect your energy, heaven, the meditation. But by this, right? It's like, I'm thinking actually, is it the gods of Egypt? I forget the movie. But it's Hathor in the movie. You know, Isis, Hathor, same goddess. Hathor is the pre-dynasty, earlier dynasty than Isis. But in the movie, I think it's like the gods of Egypt, something like that. She just looks at the monster, bats her eyelashes, and that's what literally happened in the movie. And the monster goes down, right? And that's what this reading is saying, Pisces. Your auric field is uneffable. Or some of you just need to hear that it is. And that's, you know, beyond Pisces. This is everyone's truth, right? Your auric field is uneffable. And sometimes it's just remembering that and reclaiming that. So when they try to bring anything less than heaven your way, the let them theory. And not to say to let them always, right? Like this reading is not going to resonate for every single situation. And we're not even in the tarot yet. But this is the kind of reading of like, actually, I do not wish that you would try me. I don't wish that at all. I'm not going to even put that energy into the universe. I wish that you wouldn't even think about trying me. But please don't. Like, and that's what this is, Pisces. You have an unspoken and unseen power. Where it truly is that kind of energy, Spirit's like saying, hey, Pisces, recognize your power. They cannot prosper. And it's not always to say that weapons won't be formed, but they're not going to prosper. Weapons may be formed and they're going to be dismantled in front of your eyes when it comes to these people and these things. Heaven, the unstoppable power of heaven, is here to protect you. Pisces, you are protected. You are in, what is it, Psalm 91? Of dwelling in the shelter of the, like this is a reading of you dwell in the shelter of the Almighty. You have an invisible cloak upon you, Pisces, an anointing, and it has everything to do with your consciousness and your wisdom. They won't know until they know, and unfortunately until they try you, but we're not putting that energy into the universe, Pisces. This yin energy also symbolizes the sun, fatherhood, and creation. You can now break through obstacles once too difficult to conquer. Pay attention to the northwest, the end of fall and the beginning of winter. For Pisces, why do we have heaven? The meditation, peace, relief, and sanctuary. Why do we have protect your energy? Heaven. So final karmic lesson, a sudden shift, unlimited abundance. There's some sort of final karmic lesson here. It could be what this is, Pisces, that is bringing you definitely a life upgrade. Okay, so let's see what this is. For Pisces, why do we have peace, relief, and sanctuary, the meditation, protect your energy, cosmic knowledge, and heaven? It's also the kind of thing, Pisces, where it's like, there's some people you just cannot have a conversation with or argue with, right? So this is a big message. It's very symbolic as well, and it could resonate with each of you in different ways. For Pisces, why do we have heaven, the unstoppable power, protect your energy, cosmic knowledge, and the meditation? For Pisces, why do we have protect your energy, heaven, cosmic knowledge, and the meditation? For Pisces, why do we have protect your energy, heaven? Oh, Pisces. You know what, Pisces? This is also, I just want to give you, where's your flowers? I'm going to give you your flowers. Give you your flowers, Pisces, which I do have some dried flowers. For anyone who's out there and wants some even just witchy tips, never ever throw out any flowers. Let them dry up, reuse them always, which I have a bunch of dried flowers right now, but not any fresh flowers. So here is a flower for you, Pisces. We do have flowers here too. Sun card is what we're closing off with over here. But I'm bringing this because this is a Pisces. Whoever resonates with this, you have reclaimed your inner child. I'm not going to cry for you, Pisces. I'm not going to cry. Oh, like you did the work. Oh my gosh. Dedication to my craft brings mastery. The Fool card, the Sun card. You really can walk this earth untouched. Look at this. The Fool card. The Fool, where is the Fool going? Into the sun. Oh my gosh, the sun, right? Heaven. And it mentions the sun. The Fool walking right into the sun, right? Joy, happiness, heaven. Pisces. You're not perfect at all. You're not exempt from making mistakes. You know, no spiritual ego here. But you have your heaven on earth, truly. And for some of you Pisces, you know, maybe if you don't feel this way right now, this is reminding you how safe you are. And because I said, you know, give you your flowers, by that, I mean, this is such a healed inner child. And at 8 of Pentacles, you really did the work. You know, but overall, Pisces, I just love what this reading is saying because it's to feel safe. You did the work to establish your inner and outer safety, which you feeling safe, Pisces, has nothing even to do with your outer reality. My safety comes from within. Which means you can have the naysayers, the haters, the karmic family that's doing this, this, and that. And then you got the spiritual attacks and all of that stuff. But if it's not of my soul's highest truth, and if I'm actually in alignment, it cannot touch me. And it's reclaiming that, I almost said authenticity. So authenticity, Pisces, but also that sovereignty, that liberation. Like this, now this is a Kalima right here. Like this is that Kalima awakening of, I don't care what's outside of me. I don't fear. False evidence appearing real. And again, the Kalima story where you could see all the, you know, the enemies, right? Say demons in that situation and story, multiplying and multiplying. Very symbolic of those people, those situations, the karmic cycles in your life, Pisces. You could have 10,000 on one side, 10,000 on the other. It's gonna fall and it's not gonna touch you, Pisces. But part of how you got here is also like the mind. This reading is going very deep, Pisces, where I even am being led to mention the law of mentalism, right? And I was going to go live about this where someone asked a particular question. We're always consciously or subconsciously creating our reality. How many times, and I can say even myself as well, this is every light worker that exists, I don't care who you are. How many times has our fear actually created our reality, right? Where it's like, oh my God, that person, they have 3 people against me. They're sending me evil eye and forming a weapon. And then we fell into fear. And then perhaps even just manifesting from that place, giving those people what they want, right? The self-sabotage, allowing those people to win by falling. And sometimes it wasn't even what they did. They want us to be in that consciousness. And they already won as soon as we step into fear. Sometimes it's not even about the spiritual attacks. Those people just want you to be in the lower vibration of fear and of worry and all those different things. And they already won, right? So don't do that, Pisces. Remain in your consciousness. It triggers people. It pisses them off when they cannot bring you out of that consciousness. I'm going to get some clarifications here too, Pisces. But this is a beautiful reading where I really have, like, I got to give you your flowers, Pisces, that you did the work, truly. And I haven't worn this necklace, and I wear this necklace like just once a month for just like a few days out of the month. And it's Ma'at, you know, and so truth, Pisces. Things are coming to a balance over here. I'll take these cards. It's a choice, Pisces. We have Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, releasing burdens that don't serve you, and then 2 of Wands, I possess the power to reshape my future. This reading is like someone who's really just taken accountability for their reality, creating it, remembering who they are, and walking forward in that power. For Pisces, what is this 2 of Wands here for Pisces? And what is this 10 of Wands here for Pisces? Ah, you're really releasing like old ways of being, releasing old friends. Why 10 of Wands with the 3 of Cups for Pisces? For some of you Pisces, You know, it also feels like the Three of Cups is celebration. You know, it's friend groups. It's all of those different things. For some of you Pisces, like you really were holding on to people, to things in life that were not meant to move forward with you. Why Two of Wands with the Page of Pentacles here? Oh, Pisces. You motherfuckers. So for those of you who are just following me now, about 1.5 years ago, you kept getting the Ten of Pentacles. And whenever you got the Ten of Pentacles, I would call you a motherfucker. And so I'm going to be doing it again because Pisces, you are... the universe is conspiring in your favor, Pisces. You have everything it is that you need. You're a chosen one, and you're ever so supported in creating a soul-aligned reality and being successful in whatever way that means for you. The entire universe, in every single time, space, and dimension, is conspiring in your favor to bring you heaven on earth, Pisces. Okay, okay. You're protected, Pisces, you know, and, you know, this has come out in the readings, but sometimes, Pisces, your protection, sometimes even you might be like, oh, but damn, I actually wanted to keep that, or I wanted to keep that person, and Spirit's just like, well, you're protected, so you're praying for protection. Well, Pisces, you were protected from people, from situations, from things that made you happy that was not truly going to make you happy. You have something bigger and better coming, Pisces, than these people, than the old plans you used to have, than the old life that you used to live, that you thought was the way. Two of Wands, Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, Pisces, something bigger is coming in than what you even planned or what you personally even wanted for yourself. Two of Wands over here, options, choices, Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. You have a lot of abundance coming in for you, Pisces. So confirmation of that unlimited abundance. Yeah, that Ten of Pentacles is coming in. For Pisces, for this reading of Protect Your Energy, Cosmic Knowledge, Heaven, and the Meditation. Why Eight of Pentacles? Why the Fool card here? Why the Sun card here? Pisces, like you will have your heaven on earth, the soul-aligned reality. It's just consciousness, so you're probably living it right now, and you're going to keep living it. But Pisces, like you've done the work to create a new and beautiful life, and that's really what this is saying, period. Everything is soul-aligned. This is your heaven on earth. You worked hard for your success. Why Two of Cups with the Fool card? Why Two of Cups with the Fool card here? Hierophant, I accept guidance. And so Pisces, I've done this reading before, like this part of the reading where Pisces, accept the way that Spirit protects you. You've worked hard for what you have, which means that you deserve the best. And I just, like, this is more on a spiritual level. You're getting the best, Pisces. You really are. But with the Fool card over here, you do have the Seven of Swords and the Devil card. So Two of Cups. There's definitely people that try to be sneaky. And what I also see, Pisces, is you are someone who is very loving and maybe even naive at times. Not that you're naive, but you're so loving and you can be so positive and things like that where, you know, it's like not everyone in the world operates that way that you do. Not everyone is as honest as you are, Pisces. Heavy on the honesty. Not everyone is as honest as you are. Why Two of Cups and the Fool card here for Pisces? Look at that, Queen of Swords, honesty. Why Seven of Swords with the Devil card here? But you're protected from these people who are dishonest or don't mean you well. All of these different things, Pisces. Seven of Wands here. You're protected. But it's interesting, right? Seven of Swords and the Devil card. Let me get another card. Why Seven of Swords and the Devil card here for Pisces? You did the work, Pisces. Again, you're in this world. You're not of it. Strength card and the Nine of Cups. You're also protected from like work that you've done on yourself, that like other people try to like bring you, say, negative situations, drama, evil eye. You've done the consciousness of like, well, why are we even doing this? Why are we even in this consciousness? Why are we having this like, you know? I hope that makes sense. Nine of Cups and the Strength card, like you've trampled your own lions and serpents, Pisces. So please don't bring me any of your lions and serpents, because I already trampled mine, you know, kind of thing. In which we don't trample lion and serpents, especially the serpents, year of the serpent. But you've done the work here, Pisces. What Spirit is saying is, I don't want to say the work is done, but you're so, how do I word this? We're here to do the foundational healing, and then, you know, we're not here to be a project. You did not reincarnate just to heal. You did not. There's going to be a point where you stop thinking of the healing journey. And by that, take that with a grain of salt. A lot of people say, a lot of light workers say it as well, and I will say that I agree. You'll get to a point where you're not focused on the healing journey anymore. Are you going to, you know, we're here to bring balance and what we eat, you know, the emotions, what people tell us, like everything is constantly throwing us out of balance. We reincarnated to bring balance to this realm with our infinite soul light, right? In this dense realm in reality. But you're not a project, and you didn't just come here to like heal for the rest of your life. You also came here to build and to co-create and to love and all of these different things. And I want to say, like, but you really did the work, though, Pisces, where you really are in, like, your, say, Christ or higher heaven consciousness. And life is always going to bring you things to continue, right? With the duality and the alchemy and all those different things. But this is a Pisces, you've done the work. You know, and it's not to say that there's not more things to come in life or this or that. There's no arguing of you did the work. In Hinduism, I'm forgetting the name, but there's like this like entity, right? That it attacks the lower mind of people. And it describes that when it comes to like the making of the new world and things like that. All right, Pisces. So just like this reading is like saying like, these are your flowers, Pisces. You truly did all of the healing. You ear ringing as I say that. You are in heaven consciousness. Remember that we're in this world. We're not of it. You know, and that's what I'm seeing. Why Knight of Wands with the Sun card? We are the world. We are the children. That song was actually coming up yesterday out of nowhere. And I'm hearing it again. I am successful. I am full of hope. My Knight of Wands. My actions are bold and fearless. Pisces, you're going to be able to walk this realm if you're not already. And the Spirit's saying to remember this. Remember who you are. I am, and put in the comments below, I am a chosen one. I reclaim all parts of my soul destiny. I am protected, and I receive all of the support, tools, resources, and abundance that I need for my life and for my soul mission, period. It's my birthright. I'm not worried about that. I am protected on my soul mission and my soul destiny. And any form of negativity, whatever, right? Any weapon, any this, any that, shall not prosper against my soul mission and my soul destiny. And that's a universal truth, period. And then believing that. Like this Pisces that I'm reading for, you're a Pisces that you did the work. You did the healing. Not to say that you're perfect. We're here forever. Well, I don't know if we're here forever, but we're here, right? And you're also like, you are someone who you've established true safety. True safety. Where even when these people who don't mean you well, and again, it's like Hathor in that God of Egypt movie, and I forget what it's called. Hathor in that movie, it even says that, oh, you just bat your eyelashes. She bats her eyelashes, and the shadows, the demons, the negative, the whatever, you know, the monsters, they just disintegrate and fall. But that's also the power of someone who's truly in their safety, where Pisces, you don't have to do too much. And that's what this reading is saying. Pisces, you're coming into a season where you're going to be working smarter, not harder. And Spirit's actually saying, Pisces, you don't have to do too much, and you don't have to do as much as you were doing. This is a beautiful reading. You're entering a brand new cycle. We're in the year of 10, so we're entering the year of 10, so very symbolic as well. Pisces, you've entered a brand new successful cycle. It's happy. The Sun card, I'm full of hope. I'm successful. My actions are bold and fearless. You're not worried about people. You're not worried about spiritual attacks. You're not even worried about things changing in your life. You know, like when all of a sudden the past no longer resonates. You're so provided, protected, and supported, Pisces, okay? You're heaven here, and that's what I have for you. What do we have for advice for Pisces for this reading? Sagittarius energy of the Three of Wands, expansion. Two of Swords, I open my mind and my heart to new perspectives. Three of Wands, which that's, yeah, what I see here, Pisces, is like a third eye opening of, you know, I'm gonna... how do I word this? I open my mind and my heart to new perspectives. And then this is the new perspective. So for some of you Pisces, like expanding beyond limitation of like, oh, that person's doing this, this, and that. Nope, you're protected. How is this going to come in? You're protected. It's your birthright. It's going to come from known and unknown sources. You know, and it's sometimes like it's practice, right? It's sometimes practice of, you know, when things happen outside of you. When there's a weapon that forms, when there's lack, when there's a karmic cycle, when something goes wrong, practicing this consciousness, practicing that nervous system, right? Feeling safe. And eventually you see, right, that like the patterns that say, oh, it always works out. I'm not even going to worry. You know, like naturally my human self, all these different thoughts and possibilities may pop up in my head. But, you know, I'm protected, I'm safe. And that's what I see here, Pisces. It's beautiful energy. What else do we have for Pisces for advice? Flowering spirit. There goes the flowers, Pisces. Revelations and maturity. And I would say that if anything, Pisces, like this is a lot of healing in general. And then it is also spiritual maturity. You know, where it's like, yeah, but truly Pisces, if they're coming from a lower consciousness, and not to say like, why are you worried? You know, and things like that. But if you are in this consciousness, again, they run up to you in that like invisible auric field and forest. They like run up and just, you know, like a electric fence. Pisces, your auric field is like an electric fence. And that's what I'm seeing here. What is some more advice for Pisces for this reading? You have a beautiful change. Be patient because a beautiful change is coming in. Butterflies or feathers can resonate with you. What is some other advice for Pisces? Yin Yang over here. Second chakra, Archangel Uriel may resonate with you. We do have Yin and Yang in Pisces. I see a whole lot of alchemy over here. What do we have for Pisces for this reading? Life force. Express your driving passion. Now, Care Nunos can resonate with you. We do have the Knight of Wands here at the end of the reading too. And I would say if we think of life force energy, that's like the Knight of Wands card. And then we do have infinite abundance. So just confirmation, Pisces, you have a whole upgrade, life upgrade coming. And it's not coming because you manifested it. Not at all. This is not a Pisces who manifested. This is a Pisces who manifested and did the work. Where the feminine energy is the manifestation, the intention, the goal, or your vision. You brought your masculine here and you did the work. The two work together, and I see a whole new life coming in for you, Pisces. All right, now what are some closing messages for Pisces here? What are closing messages for Pisces? Someone's thinking of you over here. We did see a few people in this reading. We do have wealth and luxury, paradigm shift. So there's a lot more abundance coming into your life, Pisces, of all forms. What's a final message for Pisces? Someone misses you. Okay, we'll get just one card on who this is, Pisces. For I miss you, who misses Pisces? It could be a Leo, because we have strength card. Okay, so it could be a Leo, or they have Leo in their chart. Because it's the strength card over here. So it could be someone who feels like you're strong, Pisces. Someone from the past. And then again, this is the Leo card, so they could have Leo somewhere in their chart. All right, that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope that it resonates in a positive way. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.